Hello, it's me, Pavlo, and today we'll be talking about product of a really famous company on the audio market. And this company is Westone, and they were already on the market long ago when I came into this hobby. They were among the pioneers of multi-driver balanced armature earphones, and they stayed since that time up until now. They of course upgraded their lineup, incorporated a lot of modern technologies, and they offer a few lines of products, including both custom and universal in-ear monitors. And today we'll be talking about one of their flagship models. It's MACH 70. And as you can easily guess by name, it's seven balanced armature drivers per each ear, not in total 7. And they offer a lot of interesting features, so we'll talk about all of that later. It's not a really new model, but Westone have a really well-established lineup, and price of this model is $1,400. It remains in their lineup for quite some time and probably will be in some foreseeable future, so really interesting model to talk about. So let's do that. So as you can see, box is pretty presentable, looks really nice with good polygraphy. They especially mentioning that they use Lionum cable by Astron, really good cables. I reviewed them actually a long time ago, but cables are great. So 3-way passive crossover, 7 balanced armature drivers, wide frequency response, 110 decibels of sensitivity and 42 ohms of impedance. Actually pretty nice model in terms of drivability. Package contents and 7 armature drivers, 3-way crossover. Western audio technology provides us best comfort, and Astron top cable, premium accessories, and also 35 years of engineering. Actually, Westone have a great long history. So inside of outer box, of course, we getting the internals. Inner box also looks pretty great, and everything is just stored in the Pelican case. Not really portable option, but I think everyone will find a lot of usage for such Pelican case. So let's go inside. Carry pouch, sticker, so registration card. Nice pouch, really like it. It's really pleasant to touch. So here is cable. You'll get carbine. Not sure where you should put. Okay, I understand that you should put this carbine to the box here, but where to? Oh, actually here. But where to clip this box, I don't know. So here are earpieces themselves. You can see that here used some unusual set of tips and bag with different tips. So you're getting really a lot of tips of different sides. You're getting foams and you're getting silicone tips. And as many years ago, Westone used pretty narrow nozzles in their in-ear monitors, which is pretty consistent, by the way. So cable tie, nice and well organized. So here they are. Really lightweight, made of plastic, as far as I understand, but super ergonomic in shape, fitting superb into your ears, providing average sound isolation. As you can see, there is no lip for holding the tips, and they have this signature narrow and long spout. But they actually don't need this lips, because spout goes deep into the tip, and here they are. I really like the design and fit, at least in my ears it's almost excellent. Here used
as far as I understand, it's Astron proprietary connectors that should be super durable, as stated on their website. And actually I have some Astron cables from lineup, and they are really durable. So that's the idea. You can see how thin is cable. There are ear hooks formed. It's super thin, really flexible, but at the same time it's durable and reliable. So really great to see it as an accessory set. And you can check out actually that chin slider. You can just move it here and it will slide easily, or you can push it and it will hold more reliably. So you can push it even further down, and as far as I understand this idea, it will be fixed on your cable, not super fixed, but holding pretty tightly. Another great idea, small splitter, and it goes down to the 3.5 millimeter connector. No replaceable jacks or something like that, but these earphones are pretty efficient, so no need to use balanced output for them. Anyway, as you can see, Westone is really consistent in delivering their own style, their own design, and I like the set of tips, I like representation, so everything in my opinion is made really well. And of course about the sound, I gave them 48 hours of burn-in, but there were no changes in sound, and balanced armatures rarely affected by burn-in, but just to be sure I did that. As usual, doing burn-in, getting no results, with some rare exceptions. So 7 balanced armatures is pretty a lot of drivers, and with this amount of drivers you can achieve virtually any tuning. Of course, with 8 drivers you can do probably a bit more, same as Westone did. But for their MACH 70, Westone decided to make really interesting and musical representation, at the same time staying pretty technical. So it's not like monitoring, super resolving. Of course, they have great resolution, but they are not focused on the micro contrast, and they, in my opinion, created more for musical listeners, and it delivers great, really exquisite representation. But let's talk about everything step by step. So first of all, bass. For bass here is responsible balanced armature, but actually it has a really good amount of punch and it gives nice presence. It's not like super weighty bass. Weight is present, but it's dosed and measured really accurately, and more focus is made on being realistic. When it's necessary, you'll get nice punch, but it will be punch with speed, not with weight. And instead you're getting really great amount of small nuances and details, and combined with this great punch, which sound really pleasant and not too dry, you're getting really good low frequencies, especially for listening to some natural instruments or samples or some bass that has richness. And I have 2 examples. First one is Caravan Palace Newbop. Caravan Palace is a great project. They play electro swing, meaning they combine elements of modern dance music with classical swing and jazz instruments, with a lot of samples to build that retro-futuristic style music. And here we're getting nice amount of low frequencies, really catchy rhythm on the lows, and these earphones delivered really well, building great contrast with low frequencies and the rest of the spectrum. And another classical audiophilic track, it's Amber Rubarth Tundra, and it's just really good recorded, and it has some kind of percussion. Not sure what instrument used here, maybe it's cajon, but I'm not sure, so won't be try to guessing. and it has a lot of reverberations and a lot of that sense, that feeling of instruments that being punched by hand or kicked. Probably it should be kick, but not sure about correct English pronunciation. So correct me someone if I'm wrong. Or taps, maybe taps is the proper word here. Anyway, really good sense of realism, presence and body of this instrument, and on top of that, nice, clean and crisp guitar. Tuning of mid frequencies I can call a bit cheating, because the earphones trying to collect positives from two sides. On the lower frequency, on the lower mids, we're getting a bit of additional weight to make male vocals more massive, with more substantial, and give a bit of warmth to that instrument that fitting into this area. And it works. You're not getting like super focus on the micro contrast, and you're getting a bit of additional weight, but it sounds really musical and enjoyable. And starting from the mid frequencies and up to that upper mids and lower treble area, you're getting like nice typical balanced armature focus that makes female vocals more spicy, more present, and things like distorted guitars or, like, let's say, violins more forward, more emotional, and sometimes even more piercing. But of course not crossing the border of being comfortable and pretty natural. So it's not 100% natural or like absolutely natural representation. It has a bit of added accents to make everything funnier, more engaging, and actually they really fit here. They are great for like virtually any genre, probably except of some, I don't know, some big orchestra music. But actually, even for big orchestra, while you're getting a bit of additional weight, that not always fitting the huge benefit of these earphones is how spacious and accurately they build imaginary stage. It's not like super big, but it's really realistic, with good sense of holographic representation, with good positioning of instruments and nice depth layering, with all that depth transition one to each other in a really natural way. So sounds really enjoyable and giving you that sense of pretty big whole when it's present in the record, of course. And example for the mid frequencies, first one will be Rhayader by Camel, one of my favorite albums and one of my favorite bands in the art rock or progressive rock. And this track is mainly built around wooden wind instruments and flute and other accompanying instruments, and they all sound really great and enjoyable because of that really crisp and detailed presence area. And second example, it's A Nightmare to Remember by Dream Theater. Long track with a lot of changes in tempo, in heavy and soft parts, different 3D effects. Probably I'd prefer a bit faster bass guitar, but still it sounds really enjoyable and also really great in percussions, in 3D effects, and drum line also and vocal actually sounds also pretty engaging. Treble area is made to accompany the rest of the tuning, first of all to balance low frequencies and to give you that technicalities that high-end earphones should give. It has great extension, but at the same time treble is not super accented. There is no big accents in the high frequencies, meaning that it won't be like typical V-shaped signature. Instead you're getting really good layering, maybe not maximum, but on the really nice level, and overtone saturation, but at the same time it won't be harsh, it won't be just in your face, it will be a bit on the airy side of things, typical for the balanced armatures, so slightly lightweight with more of that tiny nuances, decays, and giving a bit more charming character to the music. So it's not aggressive, but at the same time I won't call them like treble recessed, treble shy or something like that. So it's probably not the super safe choice in terms of treble, but still more on the non-aggressive side of things, making them perfect for long listening sessions. And actually that's one of their greatest sides, at least for me. They have superb feet. They are great for sleeping with them. It's still subjective, of course, but I'm sharing my experience. And for long listening sessions, enjoyable, engaging with good amount of technicality in treble. And let's go for examples. First one is Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Take a Pebble, really romantic track with everything goes to the treble area with tons of overtones, vocal, guitar, keyboard, all that like goes high and even higher to give you that sense of relaxing tune, and you just getting into that atmosphere without like some artificial highlighting. And the second track, it's Watchmaker by Steven Wilson. I really like Steven Wilson works. A lot of people dislike them, but Raven That Refused to Think is one of the masterpieces in the progressive rock. And Watchmaker is a great track, also really long, with a lot of changes, with slow and relaxing start, but with some heavy parts inside, solos, percussion, a lot of things going here. They are well recorded, and these earphones deliver all necessary high frequencies pretty well for this track. By the way, I forgot to mention one thing. The shells made of plastic, but these faceplate parts are made of metal, but no, I don't think that it changes much anyway. So in terms of pairing, they require some good amount of power. They are not tough to drive or complicated in this term, but they are not super sensitive, so that means that they require some fair power. But in general, I think they are created for players of middle, mid and high segments. They actually are really good with high-end segment of players starting from $1,000, and in that segment actually driving power is not a problem at all. As you can see, I paired them with Ultima and got really enjoyable, great results. Speaking about the comparisons, what I reviewed recently. So Sphere, they have bit similar ideas in tuning, but Sphere is actually using dynamic driver, meaning more weight, slightly less saturation with small nuances, and slightly less accent on texturing. And they share pretty similar mids, but here you're getting a bit more energetic upper mids and slightly more refined treble, but both earphones are not super forward in terms of treble. Sounds Flame that I reviewed recently, they are from the cheaper segment, but still have the similar ideas in tuning. But here you're getting a bit more refinement on the upper mids and in the treble. Sounds Avant, that closer to this model in terms of price segment, they are more focused on more technical signature with less weight on the lower mids. And in general, this tuning, reminds me something in between classical Andromedas and modern Andromedas, but with more faster and more impactful bass with less weight compared to Andromedas. So, in short, Westone created really good, interesting earphones. I'm really interested in getting acquainted with the rest of their lineup, but actually Mach 70 hits into like that sweet spot for those who want to enjoy music in the high-end earphones, but at the same time wants it comfortable and be enjoyable, and they really tick all that boxes. So thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and don't forget to have a great day.